the middle of a deep forest where ferns bent like green umbrellas and a stream sang its endless song, there lived a small water sprite named Brčálek. He wasn't mean, and he certainly wasn't scary, just a little confused. So confused, in fact, that he sometimes mistook his own pond for a rain puddle. Every morning he woke up in soft moss, stretched his little legs, thin as roots, and muttered, "All right, Brčálek, no mix-ups today." But somehow it never quite worked out. One day, Brčálek decided he would finally bring some order to the forest. He slung a backpack over his shoulders, one that could hold just about anything, and set off. But at the very first bend, he ran into trouble. "I've been this way before." Or maybe not. Or maybe that was yesterday. He grumbled, scratching his damp hair. So he headed straight ahead, which was a mistake, because straight ahead led right into a thicket where the muddleberries grew. These berries had a curious trait. Anyone who ate them started speaking backwards. Of course, Brčálek nibbled a few. "Oh dear," he said, "that's good. I mean, doog start." Then he burst out laughing because it sounded so funny to him. As he wandered through the forest, he came across a magpie named Silverwing. She was clever, quick, and fond of peace, the exact opposite of Brčálek. "Brčálek, why are you walking in circles?" she asked. "Me? In circles? No, I'm going, straight in a circle," the little sprite replied, tangling himself in his own words again. Silverwing sighed. "Come on, I'll take you back to your pond." "To which pond?" "The one you live in." "I live in a pond?" "Yes." "Oh, well, that's good to know." So the magpie led the way, but Brčálek kept stopping. At every stump, every drop of dew, every frog that croaked. Eventually, Silverwing lost her patience and flew off. Brčálek was alone again, and as he wandered on, he came upon a large puddle. It was round, shiny, and looked like a little mirror. "Home," he cried happily, and he jumped in. The puddle, of course, did nothing but splash, spraying water in every direction. Brčálek ended up sitting in the middle of mud like a soggy pine cone. This was not my pond, he said slowly, trying to remember. "A puddle is not a pond. A puddle is not a pond." He repeated it so many times that forest creatures began gathering around. Frogs, dragonflies, even an old hedgehog who usually disliked water. "Brčálek," said a frog named Croaky, "your pond is over there. You see it every day." "I do?" "Yes, and today we'll all take you there." So they set off together. The frogs hopped ahead, the dragonflies hovered above like tiny lanterns, and the hedgehog walked behind to make sure Brčálek didn't wander off. And, would you believe it, this time he didn't get lost even once. When they reached the pond, Brčálek stopped. "This is beautiful," he said quietly, "and it's mine." The water rippled gently, as if welcoming him back. "Thank you," he added. "You're the best friends a confused little water sprite could ever wish for." And from that day on, Brčálek didn't really change. He was still a bit muddled, still took the wrong path now and then, and sometimes even mistook his own shadow for a stranger. But he was never alone again. His forest friends always helped him find his way home. And in the evenings, when the pond turned silver, Brčálek would sit on a stone, dip his feet in the water, and say to himself,